Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Goku Super Saiyan, and I thought it would be cool to talk about martial arts today. Specifically, martial arts in Dragon Ball. Even more specifically, I wanted to address a certain topic that has been brought up before. Many of you should be familiar with it, as it is a pretty common debate topic. The topic that I'm referring to is that Goku isn't insanely skilled at martial arts, and that most of his talent comes from having ki or more ki than his opponents. And this is something that I've heard a lot. It often comes up while debating if Goku would be able to take down characters like Batman or Naruto in a battle of hand to hand. And while this video isn't necessarily focused on who would win those battles, as come on, we already know who would win. Let's not act dumb. But I still didn't want to address the claims that Goku isn't that talented of a martial artist, as I think that's ridiculous. But I do kind of understand where the notion is coming from, as on the surface level, it is easy to chalk up Dragon Ball as a series that focuses on space aliens battling each other with lasers and stuff like that. And while that is true, it goes deeper than that. And that's what I wanted to touch upon. You see, no one can deny that Goku could attribute most of his abilities to his use of ki. However, this shouldn't enforce the rhetoric that Goku isn't that great of a martial artist, as his use of ki proves just how skilled of a martial artist he is. You see, in Dragon Ball, the use of ki is an extension of martial arts. This is why, even as far back as early Dragon Ball, all the greatest martial artists had advanced ki control, with characters like Master Roshi, Ten Shinhan, Tao Pai Pai, and more, all being examples of this. These characters were all martial arts masters, being among the best in the world. Master Roshi even holding the title as the world's strongest for many years. And this is important because people often forget that Goku, even in early Dragon Ball, was among the highest echelon of martial artists in the world, even before truly understanding and mastering ki control. Meaning, just based off of his skill, Goku was already among the world's best. This is why Master Roshi disguised himself as Jackie Chun so that Goku and Krillin would continue to keep moving forward as martial artists, which is why he went on to train with beings like Korin and Kami, and they helped him to master his ki, which took him to a whole new level. It wasn't just him. Krillin, Ten Shinhan, and Yamcha all went on to better master their ki and went on to become better martial artists as a result of that. This makes sense, as for the most part, only high-level martial artists are able to obtain mastery of their ki. And there are exceptions like aliens, androids, and demons who are more attuned to using ki and don't have to go through rigorous training in order to master use of it. But that aside, once mastering ki control, most of the fights that Goku took place in after that became about who has stronger or more ki. However, as I pointed out, you can consider the mastery of ki as a high-level martial arts technique. So when a lot of the fights become about who has more ki, Goku is still utilizing martial arts to win these fights. Being that naturally Goku is a lower class warrior, his ability to gain greater amounts of ki stems from the fact that he is a highly skilled martial artist. Take for example the Kamehameha. It took Master Roshi 50 years to create the Kamehameha, a highly dense blast of ki, and Goku was able to replicate this technique in a matter of seconds after only seeing it once. In the Saiyan Saga, he learns the Kaioken, an ability that requires extreme control in order to amplify one's ki. And this technique allowed him to take on an elite Saiyan warrior. However, I think the trait that highlights just how good of a martial artist Goku is his ability to analyze different fighters and their techniques. And this is something that has remained pretty consistent throughout the series. But Goku really shows off this ability in his fight against Hit. Hit is a fighter from Universe 6 with the ability to skip time, an ability that comes in handy with his job as an assassin. This ability was so effective that he was able to take down Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. But Goku, on the other hand, was able to overcome this ability by analyzing Hit's movements and predicting his attack so far ahead that Hit's time skip was made ineffective. Meaning that Goku is so good of a fighter that he can analyze your movements and predict what attack you will make. I think I've said enough. Not to mention that he might even be able to replicate your attack. So yeah, any claims that Goku wouldn't be a complete monster even without the use of ki is just ridiculous. Goku without his powers would still be able to tangle with the best of the best and come out on top in pretty much every scenario. Now, as to if he could beat these guys, I mean, that's up for debate. but the real ones know what the real answer to that is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. And for anyone saying that, oh, Goku is a Super Saiyan, so most of his strength comes from him being the Super Saiyan, are we going to sit here and act as if your genetics don't play a part into you being a good fighter? Like, we're going to diminish just how good of a fighter this guy is because he has access to a transformation? He can't help it. That's how he was born. But even without those, bro is still cold. And that could be said for any martial artist in Dragon Ball, even the human characters. Dragon Ball is a series that took martial arts to the extreme. Most of the fighters we've seen are already at the pinnacle of what we consider to be martial arts here in the real world. Which is why Master Roshi stated that he wasn't going to teach Krillin how to punch or kick, because they were already capable of doing so. They were already skilled martial artists. But before I sound too repetitive, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I really appreciate everyone for the support. I'm trying to put out these videos as consistently as possible. I hope you guys enjoy them. Please make sure to subscribe, give me a like, and make sure to turn on those post notifications. And with that being said, it's the boy who cries Super Saiyan, signing out. Bye.